Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Cardinal Cowboy here in studio with one of the biggest supporters that you'll find in my little world, at least. Joan, I'm gonna put your screen up, your name up on the screen here for everybody to see. Komlos,
Yes.
an entrepreneur.
Or flooring systems outlet store.
Look right there. You can see it on the screen, everybody.
Oh, I can read it too.
Can you read it? Hey,
Hey,
can you spell it
hey.
right? That's the question.
Yes.
Good.
Come see us.
Come see us. Now, the truth is, if you're going to be creative and find ways to innovatively. See, I learned big words when I was at the Lutheran school. Our Savior Lutheran, Fenton, Missouri. Competitor of St. John's Lutheran. We played soccer. We're all in one big family, but I got to learn all about how it is to give and help and do the good things. And that's what Joan decided to do here. Flooring Systems Outlet, below contractor prices. Your son started a very successful flooring company. You're partnered with them. Sister company, FlooringSystemsInc.net. You're going to call Joan there, 314-714-8266.
Come see me for the best prices in town. Everything is left over from jobs, other than the only thing we purchase in this building is vinyl click together and laminate click together, because those are two things that he does mostly big jobs, and they do not use that kind of material for big jobs. But we have everything else. We don't have area rugs. We don't have rugs. We have area rugs. Carpeting, we have area rugs, but we have everything from porcelain, ceramic, LVT, VCT, all the numbers, and we have carpet tile, we have base, we have everything that you need for your house. Some of it is in small quantities, some of it is in large quantities. It depends upon his PM man, how many mistakes they made, or how many walls were changed or everything. Yeah, and all of it is first-class material, and he does nothing but big jobs.
Yeah, so it was inefficient for them to take this stuff and try to reuse it. They got to go on to the next big job. But you said, hey, son, I've got an opportunity. I put her title up here, everybody, because I created that title relative to what I think she is. She's an entrepreneur. That. I spelled it close, and I checked it, but it's on the page here. And as an entrepreneur, you come up with ideas based on opportunities other people they couldn't.
We started this about 20 years ago over the Christmas table. Was talking about that he had one guy that was doing some of the leftovers and wasn't successful with it. And I just had sold 2 other businesses I had. And I says, well, let me do it. And my daughter-in-law looked at her and looked at Ron and says, let her do it. No one else has been successful with it. And I've been doing it for 20 years. So I'd like to be called the grandma or the old bag of leftovers. That's my title.
Joan Komlos, everybody, entrepreneur, Flooring Systems Outlet. And there's that phone number to call her. And first, before we get too far into the show here, I'm going to give a shout out to my sponsors. Primary sponsor for the show is Carroll House Furniture, because you like nice things, Joan. Where do you like nice things?
Carroll House.
At Carroll House. And because they will make those nice things look great where? In your little castle.
And Carroll House has bought stuff for me for their bathrooms.
Well, there you go. I mean, they're unbelievable sponsors and supporters, and we love the fact that Brooke and Amy. I'm personal friends with Brooke, and he's just an incredible guy.
Brooke's wife come and picked out all the stuff they needed for the bathroom.
Okay, very cool.
Not Brooke, but Brooke's wife did it.
I got you. Okay, very cool. Well, let's jump in here. I'm going to put up on the wall a little bit about what you do, because you've decided to run with this thing. And no Facebook page or no website yet, but you kind of get all of your stuff gets fed to you through your son's business.
I just got 2 truckloads, and I'll be getting another truckload from Kansas City. Okay. And then, so my website, my business changes all the time, so you can't really put it on the website, because the minutes, people don't jump on anything right away. They might wait 6 months. Well, it's gone.
Sure.
And there's no ordering at the prices that I sell it for.
Okay, well, I'm going to help you with that. We're still going to have a website. I'll help you if you want me to. And I can do these for nothing. I'll show you how we do them. And then it'll allow you to just be more generic. So at least they have some contact information. They can find something. You can show them past things that you've done.
Right.
And say, but you'll mention, by the way, inventory isn't up to date, but call us. We've always got something for you. True?
True, yeah.
That's the way. But people want to see a website. You're growing and doing great. You've been around so long. I want to help you out. That's what I do.
Okay, well, we got a gal that Kelly that's good at that too, and I just have never done it. I work on marketplace and stuff like that.
Okay.
Most of our business is by referral too. A lot
Gotcha.
of people say. And also too, I wanted to point out the one reason we started this business, we wanted to give the money away to different organizations, in which my son does a lot of that. For the first few years we were in business, we only kept 20% of what we sold. The rest of it was given
Wow.
off. Now we're in a different building. We have 8,000 square feet, and that we have more expenses, so more is kept. But you call, you got a legitimate thing, my son will help you.
Really?
My son sponsors 8 kids to go to St. John's in Arnold. And he does not ask for a discount. He pays straight across the board.
That's a good policy because you're helping kids anyway. Why would you want to give them less than what it takes? And so we just finished an interview, by the way. Everybody, the reason we're here, the reason Joan is sitting in the VIP chair here on this Cardinal Cowboys studio in the Your Little Castle for the Your Little Castle show is because she decided to donate to help that, because I have certain costs we got to cover here, certain things we got to do to make sure that this gets done, and she helped to cover that stuff. So
well, and we also donate to the auction. I'm going to give $3,000 for any $3,000 of flooring, which would be the laminate or the click together vinyl. Those are 2 things that we purchase, and they can pick out whatever colors they want. And so that's one of the items that will be. My son always gives the green seats, and I don't know what else. He gives a lot of other stuff.
The green seats, ladies and gentlemen, at Busch Stadium behind home plate. That's an incredible opportunity.
And second row.
Second, not first row, second row. All the way back at second row, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So like
it's rough. It's rough. It's got to be the second row. He's been trying to get, during COVID, he tried to get the first row because he thought tickets were somebody gave him up, but nobody gives up the green seats.
No, I've been fortunate with some community stuff that I do to be invited to sit in the second row, not the first row. I think I moved up to the first row. Sometimes people go up to a lot of times they're tied into the suite. So people go up to the suite and then come down to the seats and then go back up to the suite. And so I just fortunate to even be involved with that stuff, but never know who you're talking to. And then somebody said you're helping somebody, and then you know who that is. And then I get to, holy cow. That's the way the world works, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You help people think good
You
things.
rub my back and I'll scratch yours.
There you go.
Scratch my back and you can scratch mine, whatever it is.
You got it. Absolutely.
But yes. You have to realize that a lot of this business is given to help other people. And we're really a strong supporter of St. John's Lutheran School. My kids went to school there, my grandkids and my great-grandkids. My husband went to Lutheran South. And you're not old enough to play against my kids, and they would have never let you get that one field goal in soccer.
I scored the only goal we won against St. John with Our Savior. We beat St. John's 1-0 back in 1982, maybe 83, and 1-0. It's the only game we played, but it was a little fun rivalry between the two schools.
See, my kids were there in the 70s.
Am I allowed to hang out at St. John's Lutheran though after I'd scored that goal, win that game?
What?
Can I still hang out there at St. John's?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, we'll let you.
So maybe they wouldn't let me come around because I scored that goal. You have to sit
in the back.
I'll have to sit in the back. Okay.
You have to sit in the back. You can't sit up front.
Yeah, I'm used to sitting in the back. I'm usually in trouble.
That's where they put we don't allow the rivals in front.
Absolutely. You can tell Joan here has done very well and successful in business and in life because she has a lot of fun.
Oh, sure. Life is fun. Why be a sourpuss?
That's right. Be happy, be friendly, be nice.
Sure.
Because
then you have to put up with me.
Well,
see, that's your problem.
I'm learning how to do it, though. I tell you the truth is I have a mother who's very direct and to the point. She's been very successful also. So they named the building after her, the Judy Ruthwish Auditorium. John Goodman came in for that. We've mentioned that before on the show, but for those watching here. But that's been a little bit of my guidance. I'm very fortunate to have a mother like that. Does this whole Cardinal Cowboy thing make more sense now? Drama teacher, John Goodman as an actor. She said, Carter, you might have been as good or maybe better than John. I didn't see. She said that. I'm not sure if she really said that or not, but maybe she did. But John is an amazing actor. I just didn't want to run off to New York. She really didn't want me to either.
No, Mama wanted her.
And so we just did our own little thing here in St. Louis. And John has been a major supporter for her and an awesome human being. And John's awesome.
But Brenda didn't talk about the big expansion we're going to have at St. John's.
There you go.
Now we have the largest class, almost 200 children.
in one class.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
No, in the whole school, preschool, what is it, preschool on up.
Yep.
But we're doing a big expansion, and it's going to start in August.
Yes.
August. We're trying to raise, and we have to raise what, $7 million in that. But it's going to be a fantastic thing, and hopefully after that we have some extra ground. But we need another $1 million. We'd like to do a soccer field.
Let me make a couple phone calls for you. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, you got any
that's why
friends that have some extra money?
I do, and I talk to them periodically. They get a lot of people want to borrow from them, right? So or enjoy their fruits of their labor, and they do. And I just met with a guy last night. Almost missed the New Year celebration they're doing to launch the year, and I looked down because I was working all day and all night. I worked till 5, 6, 7 in the morning very often, and so I ended up going to bed at 7, and then slept a little bit during the day. Had a show we had to produce, and then came back, and then I called. I said, "Hey, is the party still going?" It was 10:30. It was supposed to be over by then. I got up there. They were still going. We're glad you came up, cowboy. Talked to one of my good friends. I won't say his name. He's done very, very, very well. He told me what he's worth. I'm like, wow, that's like $13 more than me.
Oh, you're lucky.
Not really. He's got a lot more than I do.
I
But
know.
I said, here's an opportunity, and this is what makes you happy. He kind of looked at me. He's like, man, I just get a little bit. I haven't done that much. I'm like, man, every little bit helps, right?
Sure. I don't care if it's $5 or it's $50 or it's $500. It all adds up. My great aunt used to say, which we peddled vegetables and that with her when I was like 7 years old, a nickel makes $1. So many nickels make $1. You never refuse a nickel.
Yeah, and you just don't know. Well, they're often getting small contributions that somebody hears about it,
Sure.
and it goes, well, I want to donate too. What did they give? Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Or I gave them $50. Well, I'm a millionaire, so I'll give 2,000. You know,
And
I think
that's pocket change to them. A nickel is expensive to a person that makes nothing.
sure.
And 2,000 to a millionaire is pocket change. They spend that at a night going to the ball game.
You know it, so that's why we're talking about it here. And so on the wall now I have St. John's Lutheran School Facebook page, which is on that other show we just recorded. The principal is still in the building here, ladies and gentlemen. And Holly and Callie here. And we talked about St. John's Lutheran for a half hour. I said, I'm going to even do this a little bit better than we originally talked about. Instead of having 2 half-hour shows, or 2 15-minute segments. Let's just do 2 half hours. Get knocked out.
But you also remember we talked about, I was raised that other religion, and they don't even know I exist. But when I married my husband, I turned Lutheran and that. But my daughter lives in Portland, Oregon. And the thing about the Lutheran schools, you have friends all over, and people remember. She was out there at a winery, and she heard someone say St. Louis, and my daughter says, "Oh, I'm from St. Louis." And of course, the common question is, where did you go to school?
Where did you go to high school?
She went to Lutheran South.
Lutheran South also?
Yeah. And she worked at Nike, and she was somebody else from Lutheran South. But I think that's what's amazing about the Lutheran schools is the friendship that you create for the rest of your life. And my boys, all my boys went to Lutheran South, and Ron owns flooring systems, and my other son is vice president of another company. No matter where they go, they meet somebody they went to school with. And I think that's important. The friendships that you create, they stay with you the rest of your life.
This is true, and this is why every culture, every community, everybody has different things that can be dividing them, but we're finding ways to work together to be together. Right. And the Lutheran ministry, Lutheran Missouri Synod, and what goes on, there's a couple synods across the country, but I was part of Lutheran Missouri Synod. And then corporate office in Kirkwood, right? There's big main headquarters and corporate office, but the big office is in Kirkwood.
The big office is there.
And I've been in that building. And it's just another great organization of people that do good things to make this planet a little better place. You agree? Yeah,
and you know, when you go into like a Lutheran school, as a lot of things are said, well, we do good things because we say thank you to God for what they've done for us. And you go to a lot of other schools, it says, well, what can you do for me? And that it's just a different type of learning, the way to learn. And I just think it's wonderful. And that's like you said, you went to Our Savior. Well, I knew Ron Box, which he was a principal there, and I knew a lot of the people.
He was my principal, yeah.
Yeah, Mhm. Still a nice man. He goes to a different church now, but he was principal there for years,
Yep.
and he struggled hard to to get our Savior going. And you talk about Andy Venice and then their parents go to a Lutheran church in High Ridge, and they were good friends. Andy helped us. Andy and Alan helped us one time. I was in charge of an auction for the other Hope Lutheran Church, and they came and they were fantastic, and we raised a lot of money, and that's what we're trying to do at this auction with all the great stuff that we're having. My house is becoming storage. Since my husband passed away, I got an extra garage, so they're putting stuff in there. I no longer need my office, so I said use it. So it's all going there. So people are really donating. They're going to have some neat things at the auction.
Well,
So you got to come.
so the auction's coming up. Let's give the dates for that. We have that information. April 4th, everybody. Not April 1st. That's April Fool's Day, but 3 days after that, the 4th. 4 days technically, if you want to count whatever you count.
And
there,
if you want to just give some money, come to the auction and be bid up for the first one to get in line.
Okay.
And that you can be your table can be the first service. Don't be chintzy. We need the money.
It's for a good, for an amazing. There's a young lady who knows how to run a business. She says, "We're doing good. We're helping people. Help us."
Sure.
Right.
And we'll help you. You tell us
Right.
about
That's the way.
your, come contact us if you have a pet organization. Let us know.
Can I tell you one of my weaknesses? One of my weaknesses is my mother, who is.
What are you doing that I'm supposed to shut up?
No, I'm holding this up because this is hopefully I'm making a point that doesn't make me look crazy. But she said, "Carter, stop doing so much charity stuff. You got to pay your bills." One of the things I lacked understanding and was less demanding of, because I just, well, I'll do whatever. Just show me a time and whatever. But it needs to be mutually beneficial, like you were talking
Mhm.
about. We're going to help you with some good things that you're going to benefit from our event or from the group or the
Right.
organization or the business. You got to pay for what's fair, contribute equally. And if everybody does that, then the whole thing, I talk about the vicious spiral up.
Fine. Sure.
You get this thing, starts going crazy. Or you get stuck in life. Some people get stuck in a vicious spiral down. And they're too worried about what's wrong and not helping. And when they would help other people, their life would improve, right?
Well, God says that. God tells you, you help your neighbor, and He'll take care of you. And if we believe what God says, He says He'll take care of us. Now, maybe He doesn't take care of us in the way we think we should, but He gives us what we need. And that's the same way with the auctions and everything. That's why we work all hard. Holly, my granddaughter, is one of the entrepreneur. What she says, she's one of the organizers, and uh, Joy is too. Which Pam Miller, her mother and father were both teachers at South. So everybody comes back, not at South, at St. John's. Everybody comes back to help.
Tell me that is the on the website here. Do you guys have the event information on your website? Let's find that real quick. Talk about something really important why you love this. I'm gonna put the camera on you while I poke around, find it on the website here.
What's really important to me is that we make a lot of money for scholarships. I think the scholarships, and also supporting the new building program, right? The building program is important, but scholarships, and I really think my one thing with scholarships, and I'll say it now, is I don't think we help single parents enough, because they're trying to tell you you're
No,
not
I
doing
got it
it
right. Our
right.
school auction. I think we found it.
But I
They do
think
it. Is this it?
I think that we need to help single parents more, and it's not necessarily with the tuition as much as it is with aftercare or transportation, because those single parents that have children in our school, those children need to be with a family more so than any family need. We have family groups, but there is people with single children that is their family, and we need to support them however we can, if it's with transportation or what. That's the one thing that I think our school lacks, and that's one thing that we're working on, is to be able to help that particular part. Because my granddaughter, when she started there, she was a single parent. Well, the only way her kids got to go to school was there, is She dropped her kids out every morning. My husband and I took them to school, one of us, and we picked them up in the evening because she honestly could not afford our aftercare, and there was no transportation. And that's something that we have to really think about and really work on. Now I'm done preaching. Raise this up and say, be quiet.
I like it when other people talk, so that I don't have to talk as much. Some people don't like talking.
Oh, I love to
You're
talk.
kind of that way.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all. But that's great. I love it. Literally, my voice is hurting right now. My throat is sore.
Well,
but I don't let anybody know that just because it's not worth mentioning. But it's true. But I still go because I want to make a difference. And if I get somebody else to chime in with me, hey,
sure.
you go.
Sure.
You go, girl, they say, right? Well, I thank you for coming here to talk about all this because that just explained everything we're trying to accomplish here.
Sure.
We found it on the website. First show we forgot to put this up on the website. We edit this in if we need to, or we'll do something fun with it. But that's the website for the school, and then the Facebook page for the school over here.
But also, if anybody wants to donate anything to the auction, give us a call. We'll take all donations.
Call in anytime. There's that phone number up on the wall up there this is a show about her. So her titles have her number. I bet you if you called Joan, she would say, call here.
No, I'd say, where you live, I'll come get it.
But if you look up on the wall that I have, we built the wall, ladies and gentlemen. Up here on the top, you can see, let's get which camera will get that. I have to zoom one of my cameras in. We're not going to mess with it. I can't. I'm going to try it. But talk for a minute while I do that on camera. 636-464-7303. Is that right?
Brenda's really been a joy to have at our school. She's a fantastic principal, and the kids love her. And they have started so many programs since she has been there is with the kids and that. And we have a youth group for the kids. We have a junior youth group. We have a senior youth group. My granddaughter, my great granddaughter, is starting something with Care Connections that is for young adults. And I think that's pre-married or something. I don't understand at all. But you have to realize my great granddaughter, when she started at St. John's, the only place she sat was outside in the hall because she had a problem. She had several problems, but she overcome them. We found out that she couldn't see and she had all these things going around in her head. And finally, by third or fourth grade, they got, what do they call them? Tablets. What do they call them? They get the tablets. And do you know she graduated with honors from Jeffco? So, I mean, that is really a success story for Lutheran South. Not for Lutheran South, for St. John's. I got Lutheran South on the brain.
Right.
But that is a successful story because this kid, she'd say, oh, got another F. Oh, got another F. What? You know, it didn't affect her. But she buckled down. We spent a lot of time taking her to after school counseling and after school tutoring. That's a word I couldn't get. And she graduated with honors. And I think that's really a benefit. Shows how good St. John's is.
Well, those are the organizations, again, we want to emphasize because when you're working with those types of groups, you get to have an impact. You get to really have an effect on people's lives and livelihood and everything that goes into making this little world go round. How many people agree that, like, if you're going to give a contribution, you're going to help somebody, the best way to do that is to giving them money for the resources or to show them how to do it. And I think essentially what we're doing here is both.
Yes.
Because the school is going to show them how to do it, and then there's going to be some people who say, I can't do it because I'm busy paying my bills and helping the family and doing whatever I got to do. But bottom line is, you get to show people. Now, why is that so important, Joan? Why is that so important that people need both? People are actually going to show them how to do it and the money.
But, you know, and we have a lot of kids that have started at school and then all of a sudden their parents are coming to church and that too. So it's becoming a family thing. We have a fantastic two pastors that do a great job in making people welcome in that. And they know you by your name and everything. And the teachers do a fantastic job coming over to church and talking about what's going on in school. And the two interact so well that, you know, it's just a fantastic group.
Well, that's what we love to share with people, why this is so important. These things that go on. And if you're working in the community, everybody, and you've got the opportunity to help some people, go out there and do that because hold
They
that up for
can
me 1
donate
second,
their
Ohio.
time, and what else you're saying can donate. We got the producer giving us information.
Right, we
They
got our
can
producer in the
donate their
background.
time or money, right? Or donate time. I didn't hear what you said.
Yes, hold up. She's got a note from me
She's
here.
got
People can donate their time and
time
help with the auction. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you'll notice here, I was editing the title. We're going to go back to a title. I made a title change. These things are scripted, so you have to edit whatever. But I make this all happen because I'm a nerd. My parents made me go to computer classes during the summer. We talked about that last show. But literally, here you are with, look on the screen right there, St. John's Lutheran Arnold Auction. stjohnsarnold.org/auction
Yes.
is on the screen right. That's how you get to direct to the auction page.
That's what we want. We want people to come. We want people to donate. We want people to volunteer.
And I zoomed in with my remote zoomer. I could have had Holly tilt the camera. I have a tilting thing on there. If you turn the power on the back of that little thing, I could tilt it. Not a big deal.
Get up and do your job.
But we'll go ahead and use. But you can see right there, and
She's pointing to you.
Let me change cameras. Now there's on that rotating thing at the bottom. There's a power button on the back of it.
And, you should have taught her this before we got started. You're wasting my time.
I think we're actually just going to go with what we got. It's all right. But Holly is very athletic and technology savvy, so it looks like that thing is on. Let's see if I can get it to.
And I think one of the auction items is Holly. I've never seen her in a skirt. If she gets a high enough bidder, she has to wear a dress.
Well,
See, now I'm embarrassing her. Look at her. Look at her. She's turning red.
She does so much work already. She's usually doing things to coach or ref.
You should have never told me that.
The referees are the most important people on the field.
Oh, sure.
Most times.
Hey,
so
every person at St. John's is important.
No
matter what it is, all the way to the cook, to the cleaners. And you look at our janitor staff; they'll do anything. And that I keep telling it. Years ago, one of our principals was out there directing traffic, and I says, "Oh, you're looking for a job in Walmart when you retire."
Well, you've done a great job here helping the cause. We've got a lot of work to do still because we want to make a difference. We're up. 20 minutes goes fast, doesn't it?
Yes, I talk too much, right?
Well, I appreciate. No, you made it easier on me. Now my voice. I have one more interview to do tonight for somebody who's very famous, and the lead singer for him that's very famous, and the other lead singer. She's world famous, and we're going to try to have them come in still tonight. I told them we don't have to record tonight because it'll air the following week. We can get that done, but we work hard all the time to make this thing go. We should appreciate people like you.
Well, thank you very much for having me, and I love all your glitter. My gosh, isn't that wonderful?
Well, these aren't fake; these are real cubic zirconia.
Okay, well that's good. We have to know if they're real.
But these are, and so we do a lot of stuff, great stuff here. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. This has been Joan, Komlos, entrepreneur, flooring systems outlet. Call her 314-714.
Give me a call, and I'll tell you whatever you need to know.
8266. Thanks, everybody.